Um, in my previous video under this topic variation, I was able to explain the first type, second type, and the third type, which are direct variation, inverse variation, and joint variation, respectively. Now, the last one I promised to teach is partial variation, and here we are. Under previous one, I was able to explain to you that um, direct variation is a direct relationship between two variables. And it shows the relationship in terms of when one is increasing, another one is also what increasing. And the inverse variation is also a relationship that forms between two variables. It could be object, human being, but variation tells us how relationship can be formed and what affects one affects another one. So on that inverse variation, we're able to understand that when one is increasing, another one is decreasing. Inverse. That is just it. But on that joint variation, which is the third type of variation, I told you that the combination of the direct variation and inverse variation form joint variation. And this is why the name is joint. The name is joint variation and is the relationship that happens between more than two variables, and we're able, or two or more variables rather, we are able to understand that is a combination of the first two, direct and inverse variation. Now we have the fourth one, which is partial variation. Partial variation, under partial variation, is the relationship is expressed as addition of quantities, where one of the quantities is what is constant. One of the quantities is constant. And under partial variation, we have two constants. And again, the relationship is formed in such a way that you are going to find their values simultaneously, meaning that we're going to solve simultaneous equation. But don't worry, I already explained a particular topic on that this thing. Simultaneous equation. I explained simultaneous equation using elimination method and substitution method. If you haven't watched that particular video or those videos, you can still check my channel. You will watch it and you understand simultaneous equation more. And as I'm going to explain, you also what understand. You also understand. Okay. But under this partial variation is more or less substitution method of what um, simultaneous equation. Okay. Please follow me as we move. You will understand. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit it for me. Hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, the question on the board. Y is partly constant and partly varies as x. When x is equals to 4, y is equals to 8. And when x is equals to 3, y is equals to 10. Find y in terms of x. That is question number 1. Question number 2, find x when y is equals to 20. When y is equals to 20. From the question, you agree with me that when x is increasing, y is also what? Increasing. But here, the relationship is in such a way that we're going to have more than one constant. So y is partly what? Constant. Partly constant. Y is equals to a, partly what? Constant. A is a constant number. And partly varies as x. Let's use b as our second constant. So the expression is just like this. This is what we're going to use to solve everything. So y is equals to a plus sb, where a and b are what? Constant number. Do you get that? Yes. Please follow me. Now, let's go into the question properly. When x is equals to 4, y is equals to 8. You have seen where your y is, and you have seen where your s is. A and b here are the constant number. So when y is equals to 8, our x is equals to 4. We're going to have it this way. 8 is equals to a plus our x is equals to 4, right? Our 4b. We can name this one as equation 1. When x is equals to what? 3, our y is equals to 10. So we have 10 here. Where there is y, we have write our a plus we have our x as what? 3b. Put it at equation 2. So what do we need to do? We are going to subtract equation 1 from 2. Subtract equation 1 from 2. So I will draw a line. To make it more simple, 10 minus 8 is 2. A minus a is 0. 3 minus 4 is what? Is just 1. So we have b, and it's going to give you a negative what? Number, because 3 is lesser than 4. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So we have minus b. We can now say that our b here is equals to minus 2. Yes, because transfer the minus to 2 so that b will stand alone. So we have b equals to minus 2. So the next thing we need to do right now is to look for the value of a. The value of a. Now from the equations, we have equation 1 and equation 2. We need to pick one of the equation. We can use any one. Remember what I taught you or what I explained in simultaneous equation. Now we have it this way. Let's pick equation 1. Substitute b equals to minus 2 into equation 1, right? Equation 1 says 8 is equals to a plus 4b. Now we have gotten the value of our b, which is minus 2. So we have it this way. 8 is equals to a, is not given yet, plus 4 bracket minus 2. Put it in the brackets to replace b. Now 4 times minus 2 is minus 8. Remember that this plus and minus will affect each other. So plus minus is minus. So we have it this way. 8 is equals to a minus 8. What do we need to do? Add 8 to both sides. To both sides. We have 8 plus 8 here equals to a minus 8 plus 8. Minus 8 plus 8, we cancel each other here because it's equal to 0. And we have our a equals to 8 plus 8 is 16. Our a is 16. So the next thing we need to do is to go into the question. The first question they have given to us. Say, find y in terms of x. So what that means is to put the value of our constant number into this equation. Where you see a, you write 16. Where you see b, you write minus 2. That is all about it. If it is a jam question or is alien or how would I put it? Like other questions or some places they will put it in such a way that it will not be y in terms of x. It will be like to look for the relationship between y and x or the relationship between x and y. You understand? So let's say if it is a year one in university, they will put it that way. Or anyhow, they are trying to to understand or to for you to prove what kind of relationship happens between them. So what do we need to do? First of all, we write the equation we have here. Y is equals to A plus XB, right? Our Y is equals to A is 16, then plus our X bracket minus 2. I like to put it this way for better understanding. So we have it Y equals to 16 minus 2x. X times 2 is 2x. So this is a relationship that happens between them, or we find Y in terms of what? X. As simple as it is. That is just it. So in case they ask you to find Y in terms of X, that is what it means. Or in advanced study or question, they will ask you to find the relationship between them is the same thing. So don't be confused when they twist the question. It means the same thing. Thank you so much. So what do we need to do again? We need to find x when y is equals to 20. Please, I know you have been following me, and I love that. In case you haven't clicked on subscribe button, can you hit it right now for me? God bless you. So we move on to find x when y is equals to what? 20. So which equation are we going to use to solve it? We can use this one to find x when y is equals to what? 20. From here, our y is going to be 20, our a is already 16, our s is not given, and our b is minus 2. Now you agree with me now that there's only x we are looking for. So we can now substitute other ones into their place. So we have y equals to what? 20. And 16 minus 2x. Now what do we need to do? We need to take 16 to the other side and it become positive, negative rather. Or we can now subtract 16 from both sides. It's still the same thing. Okay. Now to make it faster, we have it this way: 2x minus 2x rather equals to 20 minus 16. So we're going to have 20 minus 16 is 4. We're going to have minus 2 is equals to 4 minus 2x rather is equals to 4. So what do we need to do again? We need to divide both sides by minus 2 so that our x will stand alone. So we divide both sides by minus 2, we have minus 2x divided by minus 2 equals to 4 divided by minus 2. This will cancel this. So we have our x is equals to minus 2. So this is how it is. As simple as it is, we have done with the calculation. But there's one more thing. Do you know that thing? I would like to prove to you that this answer is correct. This is one thing I love about mathematics, because you can prove if the answer is correct or if the answer is wrong. And for better understanding, I would like to also teach you how you can prove if your answer is correct or not. Okay, now we have gotten the value of our first constant, the second constant, and x and y. Now, from this equation, y is equals to a plus sb, you agree with me that everything you have here everything you have here is equals to y. That is to say that a plus sb, when you add everything, all the values of a plus sb, it will give you what? Y, the value of y in every equation, Now, let's select equation 1. Equation 1 says 8, 8 is equals to a plus 4b. So let's see whether if we add a plus 4b together, it will give us 8. Now our a is 16, our b is equals to minus 2. We have 16 minus, I told you that plus minus is minus, so we have 4 times minus 2 will give us minus 8. Am I right? 16 minus 8 will give us what? 8. We have 8 here. This 8. We have 8 here. So 8 is equals to what? 8. It shows that it's correct. Thanks for watching. We can select any other this equation and still prove it right. That is how it works. Thank you so much. It's nice to have you. And don't forget to click on subscribe button for me. Don't forget to visit my channel again. That is all about variation. And we're moving to another topic, new topic. When you check back, you will see it. Nice having you. Nice to meet you in my next video again, because I have hope that I'm going to see you again. Thank you so much.